welcome to the Knitting Eillets Podcast. This is episode 20 already. I had a bit of a break, not too much though. I think I'm still within the 4 or 5 weeks schedule, but I couldn't knit too much just in advance. But I have some acquisitions, I have some plans, not for now, but for autumn winter already. Which I will talk about, which kind of connects to my acquisitions again. And I have 2 small finished objects. First of all, I am wearing my self-drafted raglan sweater, which is quite a basic, simple raglan with a V-neck. And I didn't have enough of this beautiful hand spun, hand dyed wool, and it is bump threads, and I bought 2 skeins of it, no 3, but they were different like in size and weight, so I calculated roughly how much yarn I needed for a normal jumper. And I wanted this really cozy jumper, and it's kind of a mixture with alpaca, merino. It has a lot of stuff in it, and it's hand spun, which makes it really variegated and just a really lovely jumper. It pills quite a bit though. You can see here I have a lot of pilling going on also on the outside of the arms, but I have to say I wear this jumper really a lot at home, and I wear it a lot on jackets and outside. I really like it. It's very warm and cozy. And we still have around -1 at night, -2 and 1-2 degrees on the day, but with a really chilly, icy wind, and it's wet, so it's this humid, cold. It's terrible. I'm ready for spring. Now, something new. I'm out of knitting for a little while. I did too much in the garden this weekend, and my thumb region here is really swollen, and it hurts when I move it or when I put pressure on it or try to do something with strength. And the doctor, in the apothecary, I didn't actually go to the doctor. I don't have time at the moment. I went to the apothecary to get kind of a cream, and she said, well, it would be best if you kind of fixated it a bit so it doesn't move too much. It could become like a inflammation of the tendons in here, or Sehnenscheidenentzündung, I don't know. I will blend it in. So I have to watch it that I don't get that, because that takes quite a long while to heal. So I don't want that, so that's why I will keep it like this for 1-2 days, and then she said it should be better, and if not, I have to go to the doctor, so I just hope it will get better. But for 2-3 days, no garden work, no knitting, no nothing. I can drive still, but yeah, it's not very nice. So the pattern, come back to this. I can show you. It's quite long. It goes kind of over my hips, which I really like, and I just love this pattern, but I had to substitute kind of for the ribbing. I realized I don't have enough yarn, and I just used really every inch of the yarn. I did knit until under my bust, and then I did the sleeves and the collar, so I could see how it fits and that I have long enough sleeves, because I don't wanted them to be too short for a cozy warm sweater. And then I just used all the wool until I had none left, and then I did the black ribbing. So I really like this one. I love wearing it, but it shows some signs of that I wear it a lot. So yeah, still one of my favorites. I love this dark with the yellow stuff in it. It's beautiful. So, finished objects. I have 2. First, birthday present for my nephew. He wished for Christmas, he wished for fingerless mitts, like his mom has by me. And I made him fingerless mitts and a hat, a matching one. And he said that he would love to have a scarf, and this is kind of a loop shawl, so he can wear it around his neck with his matching hat and fingerless mitts. He just turned 5, so he will get it this Saturday when we have his birthday party. It's a sock wool I ordered at Hobby in Hobby Socks, I don't know, but it's merino and sock wool, merino and poly. And I just took it double, so I took 2 strands of each. So 2 strands of the orange, like inside and outside strand, and inside and outside strand of the red. And I just knitted in rounds. I guess I had something about 80 stitches or something like that. And it's about 25 centimeters long. So I did kind of a bit of a bigger loop, so he can still wear it when he's like 7, 8, or 9, if he wants to. And the color choice is by my nephew. He loves orange and red, and he wanted to have that. So matching loop for Finn, matching to his hat and fingerless mitts. That is my first finished object. My second one is actually made for me, and is another, another, can I make it, headband for myself. It's a brioche headband, so it's really warm and nice, and I love the wideness I have made, because it really comes up almost to the middle of my head, and it makes it very nice and warm against wind. I did a little mistake. You kind of fold the ends together, put them inside, and then sew across, so you get this little knot thing, but I kind of twisted it once too much, so in the end it was like that, and I was like, oh no. I sewed it down really, really well, and I was like, no, I can't open it, I can't find the thread, I will cut the knitting. So I kind of just wobbled it around until it was good on the back side, and then I just sewed it down here because it wanted to turn in another way. So it's a bit improvised here. It's not the correct way, but you can't see it. So it was the easiest solution. The yarn is a yarn I love. It's Cash Soft by Lang, which unfortunately is not produced anymore somehow. I can't understand why, because I love this yarn. It's so nice, cozy, warm, durable. It's just, I love it, and I would love to make another sweater out of it, but they're not producing it anymore. Don't know why. So yeah, my headband. I have already one in the same yarn in green, but I wanted a purple one for the stables, a bit darker color, and I might do some other colors so I can match them. So this is really lovely. With the brioche stitch, it's very good for someone who wants to try the brioche stitch and start it. And it's just, you have, I think I have 18 or 16 stitches, and you go just back and forth. It's really simple, but it gives you a good try and test for the brioche stitch. So, and it gives you more warmth than just like left right, because it's kind of doubled and it's kind of fluffy and the air is trapped in it. So it's, I really love those, even when it's windy. It keeps my ears very nice and warm. And now I look like I was electrocuted. Then, works in progress. I am still, well, not at the moment obviously, but I normally am still knitting on my Maan shawl, which turns bigger and bigger. Ooh, can I make it like that? So I have 2 more stripes now. I am at the 3rd. And then I think there's 1 more of this section, and then comes this whole section. So I'm quite far, actually. I'm very proud of myself, and I love how it looks. It's too huge, actually, now to have the whole thing on screen. For a scarf, of course, I can't really stretch it out now because my needle, my cable is not too long, or not long enough. So I cannot really kind of try and wrap it. I feel it still for a wrap. It could be a bit bigger, but We'll get there, we'll get there. I feel my thumb, I shouldn't have holding it like that. So, still trying to work on that one. It would be lovely if I finished that before autumn, but I don't know. It's still cold. I love knitting on it, but it's getting heavy as I'm knitting on it, and that is at the moment a little bit of a problem for me and my hand. I can't have anything that is heavy, and as I shouldn't move it at all now, I have a kind of in a knitting break anyways. So Maan Shawl still going strong, and I love it. I really want that one for next autumn. I love it. I restarted a second whip, which I put to winter sleep, winter break for that one last autumn when we started moving. I put it into winter break. It is the, oh jeez, we have a bit of a yarn problem here. It is the Tulip by Ririko with the yarn from Wollspinnerei Vetch. It's a merino silk. Sorry, I have like a huge mess here. I need to untangle. So yeah, that's the front. So we are here. I separated for the sleeves just before I put it to sleep. And I now retaken it and I knitted half a pattern repeat, so not too much. But it's a lot lighter than the Maan Shawl, so I might be more able to knit on that than on the Maan Shawl in near future. So I really want to have this for spring. It's going to be a long sleeve sweater and it's in fingering weight, so it's a nice summer, well not summer, spring sweater or autumn, and I really want to have that for spring. So I really would like to get going on that one, which now my forced break is not really helping with that, but yeah. So this is my second whip. I love the Tulip by Ririko, and I know there is another Tulip sweater out there by someone else, which is very plain and has kind of a big picot edge on the end. I don't know, like a wavy edge. And this one is a lace sweater actually. It has this really lovely, sorry for the threads. No. It has a really lovely raglan detail here. And on the side, when you join it, there starts an actual tulip pattern. And I think I have one now. You can see kind of, that's the head of the tulip and the stem. And now here comes the second head. And you take this the leaves. So you take this down the whole way on the sides. You can choose between straight and A-line and two different types of sleeves. So it's a lot of options in this pattern, and it's really nicely written. It's very clear, very easy written. It has also a chart for the tulip part. I think it has only a chart. And yeah, I love it. I took needles 4 instead of 3.5 like she did because I'm a tight knitter and I still have one stitch more 10 centimeters than she got. So yeah, but I don't like 4.5 millimeter needles with that wool. I don't like if it gets too holey. But this 4 millimeters is fine. I think it makes a nice fabric, dense enough, and the colors of the Wollspinnerei Vetch wool is just, it's marvelous. It's wonderful. I love this wool and I can wear it on my bare skin without having an itch problem, so I love it. This was my second and last whip at the moment. I wanted to start some socks because I had now 1 or 2 socks. Like one I put them in the washing machine like all my socks and somehow they felted a bit. I don't know, did we accidentally put it on 40 degrees instead of 30, or it was a different kind of wool, so maybe also the wool is not made for washing machine. They kind of shrinked on me. Not too much. My best friend can wear them. She has like 2 shoe sizes less than I have, but for me they were too tight and too small, so I gave them to her. And I had two sleeping socks now that have holes in it. So I had to actually throw them away because they were just finished at the end of their life cycle. So I would love to start some socks before summer, but that could also be a summer project, like a small thing knitting on my chair. Now I have some acquisition, and that also brings us to the plants. I was, since a long time, at the end of January, beginning of February, I was at the meeting of knitters of the region, well, Switzerland region, like some come quite a far way to go there for, and it's at the shop of the yarn dyer I regularly buy stuff, which is Forever Tiger Yarns. Her shop is about 35, 40 minutes now away from where I live, and sometimes I go there on Saturdays mornings to knit for 2 hours, and of course I always take a look at her lovely shop, and I always find something to buy. So I used her wool to do my summer sorrel and the t-shirt with the stitch pattern up here, and then it's pearl stitches outside. You kind of knit it inside out, so you can knit right stitches, but you turn it around later and it's pearl stitches. It looks amazing. I love it. And I want to make another one of those for summer, because I have 2 t-shirts now to wear and 2 tank tops. So I want to do a t-shirt and a tank top in summer to get a bit more variation there. I'm not sure which tank top I will do. I basically have one to wear, because when it's really, really, really hot, I don't wear knitted stuff. It's too thick then for me. So then I really prefer like silky, floaty fabrics. But I want one more tank top, and I realize that t-shirts I really like because they keep me warm where I'm often cold, like shoulder region and the region of my tummy, but they have this breeze around my arms and the nice, it's just, I love it. And I want another summer sorrel because I really loved knitting that pattern. It was so nice, so fast, so easy, and I think that's a good one when I have a lot of garden stuff to do this summer. So I had one skein too much of the other yarn, and I could return it to her and kind of exchange it with another skein. And I chose this one. I of course bought a second one to go with it, so 2 of those, so I can have the summer sorrel. I needed 1.5 skeins for the last one, and I have some left, which is fine. This is merino silk single, which is finger weight, 400 meters, and I mean the colors, wow, so nice. I love them. I was really having trouble choosing, but I thought this one would look really nice with my skin tone, and I'm looking forward to have this summer sorrel. The other one is that purple lilac with a little bit of white speckles in it, so it's also quite a nice color. I love it. And this one is really summer feelings for me. It reminds me of a kind of a summer cocktail, a berry, and I love it. And it's a wonderful wool, and I know I didn't alternate skeins the last time. I just knit the first skein and then I added the second one, and it was perfect. You can't see any difference, and I'm really looking forward to making that summer sorrel. I have some silk skeins of her too, like pure silk, with a little bit of something else in it. I'm not sure what it is. Is it a little bit of merino, but it's more silk. It's like 60% silk and something like that, in a whitish. And I wanted to do the Eillets shirt last year, but what was the designer's name? I can't remember, but she was last year's Swiss Yarn Festival kind of invitee or something, and it was the Swiss Yarn Festival shirt. I bought it and I read the instructions in English, but I have to say I find them quite confusing and not too clear, so I might try it one day because I really like how the shirt looks. It looks really nice. I will insert a picture somewhere here. And the name of the designer, of course, too. But it will be, yeah, I will need some more headspace for that one. And I'm not up to that at the moment, but I really want to use that silk yarn, and I might do a tank top with that one, because I really like how this is floating, and I have some tank tops in my queue I could choose, and I have some I really want to try, and I might just do one of those with that silk. And I think the silk fabric would be very nice for a tank top for summer. And it would be a very classy and a little bit of a nicer tank top. I have a lot of like work stable tank tops. When it's hot, like you throw it over, you do some stuff, it gets dirty, it doesn't matter. You put it in the washer. Anyways, I don't have that much nice tank tops, like when I go out or when I have something. I mostly then wear dresses, but I'd love to have a tank top then, like for school, also a little bit nicer. Yeah. I can feel my thumb. I'm doing too much already. I hate this. Second, for Christmas got some yarn and money, basically, for a store. And in that store I found a yarn, and I'm not sure if I showed it to you the last time. Maybe I showed it to you, but I told you I need to find a yarn to go with it, and it's this one. This was like 40, 50, 60%. It was really cheap yarn. I can tell it's not the best quality of yarn. It will not hold up a long time if I'm just knitting it by itself. So I wanted to find a yarn to go with it. So I have 4 huge of those balls. 4 huge balls of this. Oh, my English is terrible today. And I tried some things. I had some color changing cotton poly yarn from Hobby. That was the first try. And it looks like moldy bread. So I was like, nope, not it. Don't like it. Then I ordered some yarn to knit something, but I ordered the wrong color. I ordered from Hobby and I wanted another color, but it looked more brownish, and it's like this meaty kind of color, and I tried that. It looks like how do you say, Mettbrötchen? A meat bread, like with a meat paste on it, that you've already eaten twice. So no. So I went to the Forever Tiger Yarns knitting morning, and I took this wool with me and I said, I need a wool to go with that. And she had, of course, the perfect wool. And it was a bit of a risk. I just gained one to try because it's a boucle. That's very color true to color like that. So it's a wonderful yarn with silk and merino and whatever. And I took 3 skeins. I balled one because if I wasn't sure if it would work, and I tested it and I love it. It looks so magical. Like, this is the result, and I almost prefer like the left hand side. So I might actually do an inside out pullover. So I want to do a normal raglan in next autumn. Like this, self-drafted, just a basic raglan, and I might give myself the option, like if I really do it well, I could kind of wear it both ways, because I really like both ways. I like the left hand part, and I like the right side part too. So, and this will be my really next really cozy jumper. And because this is already so fluffy, I'm hoping that it's not very obvious when it pulls, but well, we'll see. So this is the project for next autumn, where I'm still having the delusion that I might have some more time for knitting again, which could be, actually, it could be. I hope it will be. So this really nice combo, and I love the colors together. It's so lovely, and this kind of elevates the whole thing a lot, and it gives it a lot of structure and stability. It just makes the fabric better, and I still have that fluffy, floofy kind of cozy jumper feeling. Love it. I'm looking forward to that one. And as it is net on, I think I was having needle 6, so it will be a quick one too. Very nice. That's basically it knitting wise. Otherwise, house-wise, we are heavily working in the garden. I kind of set up my vegetable garden with raised beds. I painted, I put the plastic inside, I raised them on stone fundament, I filled them, we cut trees, I shredded it all by hand and put it in there, and with hay and horse poo a little bit, and earth, of course, like sacks of earth I had to buy, and I did an arch. We are still setting up my tunnel serre, my greenhouse tunnel, polytunnel, and I ordered the chicken coop voliere, kind of. It's an outside space. I'm making kind of an open stable thing with them. So yeah, I reserved 3 chickens. So yeah, a lot is going on and a lot to build still. And we dug the trench to plant a 35-meter long hedge, and that's where this happened, or where this comes from. We installed a rainwater gutter, is that the word, to go into my new IBC 1,000-liter water tank, which we also put in there. So we had a lot to do. And we still have. So the plants should come Thursday or Friday. I hope it's Thursday, because we would all be free on Thursday afternoon to plant those things. But, well, we'll see. Otherwise, it will be Sunday. A Sunday work, and yeah, that will be one more big effort. We need to fix the polytunnel onto wood so it doesn't fly away. I have to do the beds there, so it's still so much to do, and that's just outside. I didn't talk about inside. That's it. It's a short one today. I'm sorry, but as you know, I'm a bit handicapped at the moment. I hope the next one will be in March, maybe end of March, more likely than beginning. I don't think beginning of March is realistic, but the end of March should be realistic to have another podcast. So we'll see how much I could knit until then. If you like this and you want to follow my channel, please like and subscribe underneath. You can find me on Ravelry as Eillets and on Instagram as knitting_Eillets. And yeah, if you want to write me a private message and just chat a bit, I'm all in there. I'm not too much on Instagram though, so yeah. Best to write underneath the video, I will see that for sure, or to write me also a message on Ravelry, I can see that too. So wherever you want. I'm wishing you have a nice week, have a nice time, see you